I first got into the world of credit card rewards back in 2013, and fast forward to today, I now have 53 credit cards open. And then this happened. My FICO credit score is currently sitting at 802. I have virtually no debt, using only 1% of my available credit lines, all of which gets paid off in full every month. I've got absolutely zero late payments or other derogatory marks on my report. My absolute oldest account is over 16 years old, though the bank did close it on me due to inactivity. Story for another video. And I just closed on my first home with zero hiccups. Definitely not the story you'd expect to hear from somebody with so many credit cards. It just goes to show you that having credit cards does not mean you have to get into debt and ruin your whole financial life. Rather, using them responsibly and building a smart, solid financial foundation first can actually allow you to win the overall money game. So given the nature of this channel, I thought it'd be a lot of fun to open the door wide open and let all of you see which 53 credit cards I have open right now. And no, I don't intend to keep all 53 cards open for the super long term. Perhaps another video for another day. Let's begin with the ones that I have first with American Express. The first four are all Amex Platinum cards, one of which is the one with Charles Schwab. The other ones are just what we call the vanilla or standard classic ones with different designs, so I can tell them all apart. And out of those four, the most important one for me is the Charles Schwab version. The reason for that is because I can cash out points through that card at a value of 1.1 cents per point for cash back as basically a deposit to my eligible Schwab account, which is an individual brokerage account. Then my reason for adding the other three platinum cards, most of which were done without a welcome offer, I was either going to be upgrading from a lower tier card or just applying for another platinum card with no bonus, was due to referrals. You can refer up to 100,000 points earned per calendar year per card. So it's not unlimited, but that's still a decent amount. I don't have a proper screenshot to show you here of the platinum offer, but as an example, here's what Amex may do. You as the referrer can earn, for example, 10, 15, or 20,000 points, and then the person you refer gets whatever the normal offer is publicly at that time. So given the overall earning cap from referrals of 100,000 points, if I were earning 20,000 points per referral, that's only 5 referrals, and then I'm capped out for the rest of the year. Hence the reason to have multiple cards to max out that opportunity. And yes, I'll also use some of the benefits and credits on those multiple cards to justify the annual fee, therefore making the points earned from referrals pure profit after taxes, of course. The next card is the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant American Express card. This one I have open to maintain Marriott Bonvoy Platinum Elite status each year. You can see here the different tiers side by side. Platinum there is highlighted in the middle, and to me that's a sweet spot of the entire program. It has all the main benefits that I value the most. The incremental gain going up to titanium, for example, is not a value to the way I travel. So for me, platinum is just perfect. I also value the 25 Elite Night credits per year. That can help me work towards the annual choice benefit that I obtain when I reach a total of 50 qualifying nights per year, so that gets me half of the way there. And I'm also working toward Lifetime Platinum Elite status. Right now I'm already at Lifetime Gold, and to satisfy the Platinum requirements, there are two different components here. The second one down is to maintain Platinum or higher for 10 years. Those do not have to be consecutive, by the way, just 10 total lifetime years. So that's checked off for me. And then I have to stay a total lifetime amount of 600 nights at Marriott properties. I'm currently at 557. So the automatic Platinum Elite status from the Bonvoy Brilliant card works toward the 10-year requirement, and also the Elite Night credits can basically count as if you stayed those amount of nights. So that's 25 nights a year that are added to my total to help me satisfy that other requirement of 600 total nights. I'm almost there. I then have two Amex Gold cards. One I've had for many years to earn a lot of points on grocery spend and dining, although I'm not using it currently so much. Right now I'm with Citi for however long that may last. But I got my second one again for a referral opportunity, as that card also allows you to earn up to 100,000 points per year. Then there's the Blue Cash Everyday card. I was super attracted to the 3% category here for US online retail purchases on up to $6,000 of spend per year. I already did a separate video about this card some time ago, and on the pinned comment below it, I'm keeping track of data points where I've personally experienced earning 3% back for those online US retailers, including Amazon. It's a wide open category that covers so many different types of purchases, so I've been finding it immensely useful. Next up, I've got two Blue Business Plus cards. One was originally obtained as a sole proprietor, and the second, more recent one, as an LLC. This is one of my primary business cards to run my business. I like how it earns double points on all of my purchases, up to $50,000 of spend per year. Most of my business expenses do not fall into a standard set category that most other cards have. So I would normally earn just 1 point per dollar on other cards. This one being double is of course very favorable. I then got the Marriott Bonvoy Business Credit Card. This one, similar to my Bonvoy Brilliant on the personal side, gives me more Elite Night credits. This one actually adds 15 per year to my count. So as I close in on the 600 night requirement, I've got 25 nights a year from my Bonvoy Brilliant, now 15 from the business. Collectively, that's 40 nights per year, so I should be there very quickly. My 12th American Express card is the Hilton Honors Business Card. I originally got this card for the annual free night award once you spend $15,000 per year on the card, but that benefit is actually going away. Or rather, it already has as of June 30th, 2024. So that's a huge disappointment, and now I'm no longer incentivized to spend that 15 grand on this card going forward. It did get a change to its reward structure and some benefits as well, so I have to really reevaluate going forward, plus a higher annual fee, but there's a good chance this one could end up being canceled now that that super crucial benefit is no longer a part of it. Then for my last Amex card, the Business Gold card, I got that one simply for the welcome offer, whatever it happened to be at that time. And now since then, I've actually made a few changes with my lineup here. The initial ones were converting two of my platinum cards, now being downgraded to green cards, saving a lot on the annual fees, and also canceling that Business Gold card since I have no use for it going forward. And with a few simple moves just like that, that saved me over $1,400 per year in annual fees. Let's move on to my lineup with Chase. My first card here is the Freedom Unlimited, which was simply obtained via downgrading from the Sapphire Reserve. I didn't have a need for the reserve's benefit at this time, so going to a no annual fee card was a great move while still keeping the account open. I then have two more Freedom branded cards. One is the Freedom Flex, and the other was the original Freedom, which now Chase calls internally the Freedom 5% card. These cards are great because they give you 5% cash back in the form of Chase Ultimate Rewards points according to a calendar that rotates every quarter. So here's an example of what it was in 2023. It covers things like grocery stores, Target, fitness clubs and gym memberships, some big stores like Lowe's and Amazon, and a few others too. These are great everyday cards, but because they have a quarterly cap of $1,500 of spend that's eligible to earn 5%, once you max one out, if you've got more spend, you can then go to your second card and keep on going. Card number 4, the Amazon Prime Visa, has a very simple purpose for me. That's added to my online Amazon account. I never worry about it. I don't carry it with me, but whenever I buy something on Amazon and charge it to that card, it earns me 5% there on my purchase. Pretty much a no-brainer, no thinker card either. It's a nice way to earn rewards with pretty much no effort. The fifth card is the Ritz-Carlton credit card. A little bit of a sad story with this one. It used to have the most powerful Priority Pass membership available on the market, but in recent news, you may now know that as of July 1st, 2024, both the Sapphire Reserve and the Ritz-Carlton card lost access to Priority Pass restaurants. The card also has a $300 travel credit plus an annual free night award of up to 85,000 points in value. So to be determined if I still find that to be valuable long term, especially once I obtain lifetime platinum elite status. But that one right there may be up in limbo for me. Next, the World of Hyatt credit card gives me a free night anniversary award every year, valid for a category 1 to 4 property, which is great. Also, the ability to maintain World of Hyatt Discover status as long as my account is open. Following this, a couple more hotel cards, the IHG One Rewards Premier and Premier Business credit cards. For the most part, the benefits are pretty much identical here, so covering them together, they both give me automatic platinum elite status. Obviously, you only need status 1, so that kind of cancels each other out, but the part that does not overlap is the anniversary free night. I get one of those from each card, valid up to 40,000 points per night, and those nights can be topped off with additional points for higher level redemptions. Moving further into my business cards with Chase, I have the Marriott Bonvoy Premier Plus Business. This is an older legacy and discontinued card, but I have it for the annual free night certificate up to 35,000 points here. Also the Ink Business Cash and Ink Business Unlimited cards. I got both of those just for their welcome offers, whatever they happen to be at the time, probably $500 to $750 in points back then, which was great. And then finally, the Ink Business Preferred. This one gives me 25% more value when I redeem points for travel via the Chase Travel Portal compared to Cashback's value, and also unlocks the ability to transfer out to Chase's transfer partners, both airlines and hotels. So this card has the same function as the Chase Sapphire Preferred on the personal side. Now, whether you have 3 credit cards or 53 credit cards, there will likely come a time where you want some help managing them all, which is why I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor, MAXREWARDS. MAXREWARDS helps you manage multiple cards, benefits, rewards, and more all in one place. It's your all-in-one dashboard to view your credit card balances, the value of your rewards, any upcoming bills that you may have, and even your credit scores. It even shows you a list of all your transactions across all cards from all banks in one scrollable list. That way you know where you've been spending your money. And for any of those cards you may have with credits that are issued either monthly, quarterly, or annually, MAXREWARDS allows you to see how much of those credits you've used and when they expire. The same holds true for any cards that you have with quarterly or annual spend caps to make sure that you're tracking your progress there and earning the most amount of rewards per card. Then if you ever find yourself out and about wondering which card to use for a given transaction to really earn the most amount of rewards on that purchase, you can even see the best card to use by category or by location around you. And lastly, to really supercharge your rewards, all of your Amex offers, Chase offers, and more can automatically be activated by MAXREWARDS at the gold level. That way you don't have to scroll through them all one by one and do them yourself. So if you'd like to try MAXREWARDS, either the totally free version or the elevated gold tier with even more features, check out the link down below to get your 1-week free gold trial plus a 1-month discount using the link directly or adding the code MARKR. And now back to my 53 cards. Let's check out what I've been up to in the world of Citi's cards. My first one here is the Citi Strata Premier, which is awesome for its very generous 3-point per dollar categories listed out here on the screen. And right now I'm using the Citi Trifecta for my default spend strategy while not applying for any new cards. So this one covers a lot for me. I also have 2 Citi Custom Cash cards. One was via a new application and the other was a product change from another card. These are amazing because they allow you to get 5% back in whichever area from an eligible list you spent the most every single billing cycle. So while one card can earn 5% in a certain category, the other custom cash card can earn 5% in a different category, both of which may not be covered by my Strata Premier. Then there's the Citi Double Cash card, which of course by the name gives double cash back in the form of thank you points on all purchases. That is 1% when you buy and 1% when you pay. Great for all my spend that falls outside of normal set categories. And let us not forget the Citi Rewards Plus card, which rarely gets talked about, but it's got a great feature here that allows me to get 10% of my points back whenever I decide to make a redemption up to my first 100,000 points redeemed each year. So using their example there, if I were to redeem 15,000 points, I'd automatically get 1,500 of those back to save for a future redemption. Great feature here from a card with a $0 annual fee. For the American Airlines Advantage Mile Up card, that one was actually just a downgrade. Previously, I had the Citi Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard, but when that card's annual fee went up to $595 with new benefits I would not really use at the time, I also was not using the Admirals Club much either on my travels, so it made sense for me to keep my account open and downgrade it to the Mile Up, again, to keep my account active here and also have a $0 annual fee. I also got the Costco Anywhere Visa initially thinking it would be nice and convenient to have it double as my membership card to get into the warehouses, but I've since been using my normal mobile pass on the Costco app, and to purchase, I use the US Bank Altitude Reserve now instead. On to Capital One. Here I've got their premium card, the Venture X. I keep this card open for lounge access, especially to Capital One lounges. I've been to the one at DFW a number of times whenever I fly to or through that airport. Super nice, great amenities, and I like it a lot. There are also locations at Denver and Washington Dulles with more on the way as well. I also have the Capital One Saver One card, which is pretty much my grab and go card if I want to carry one card, especially on a trip somewhere like a music festival or whatever, and I don't want to worry about juggling multiple cards. This one has an amazing reward structure of 8% back on Capital One Entertainment, 10% back on Uber and Uber Eats through November 14th of 2024, and 3% back on some great categories including dining, entertainment, popular streaming services, and grocery stores. And perhaps best of all, for those of you on Team Travel, you can take your cash back and convert it into Capital One miles on your Venture or Venture X side as well to combine them over there for travel. My Venture One card was simply acquired due to a downgrade. I used to have the regular Venture Rewards card at a $95 annual fee, although I was grandfathered in at $59 back when it was that amount. I had no use for the card anymore since getting the Venture X, so I simply downgraded to the $0 annual fee Venture One. Finally, with Capital One, I also have their Spark 1.5% Cash Select card. That one I simply got for the welcome offer at the time, which, if I remember correctly, was $500 of cash back. On to Wells Fargo. They issue arguably one of the best no annual fee cards out there. I got it via a forced product change when my Propel card was discontinued, so this one replaced it. It's another one of those great one and done cards covering a lot of useful categories, but again, my Saver One is doing that right now. So this one I might swap out for my Saver One if I want to, but it pretty much sits idle for now, but with no annual fee, doesn't cost me anything. It also recently got access to transfer partners, so I also keep this card open to make educational content to show you how new developments like that work. Wells Fargo also issues a hotel card, the Choice Privileges Select MasterCard. I've got this one for basically the anniversary bonus every year to earn 30,000 points and also to maintain Platinum Elite status in their program. And then of course I've got the Bilt MasterCard, which is one of the best travel credit cards out there with a $0 annual fee that allows you to earn valuable travel points for your rent payments every month without the transaction fee, which is incredible. Bank of America. My first two cards here, the Premium Rewards and Premium Rewards Elite cards, I got those for the welcome offers. They actually got an elevated offer some time ago, but in more recent history, that is going to be 60,000 points worth $600 and 75,000 points worth $750 respectively on these two. Then on the business side, with the Business Advantage Customized Cash Rewards and the Business Advantage Unlimited Cash Rewards, also I got those for the welcome offers too. Specifically the unlimited one though, I'm maintaining for my business right now, my LLC, and I use that one very regularly whenever American Express is not accepted. Moving on to US Bank. Card 1 is the Cash Plus Visa Signature. It's another one of those 5% cards with no annual fee, but it allows you to pick your two categories every quarter with a higher quarterly cap. So up to $2,000 every quarter, you can either earn 5% back in fast food, TV, internet streaming, cell phone, home utilities, department stores, electronic stores, or any of the other six there listed toward the bottom in bullet points. I love the ability to choose my own categories and also to earn 5%, which is a great rate on categories that are usually not covered by other cards, like home utilities, for example, makes this card stand out in its own way. Second is the US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa Infinite card. This one I have for its ability to earn triple points on all mobile wallet purchases, be it Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Samsung Pay. Those triple points are worth 3% cash back or 4.5% back towards travel. So a great return, currently no cap on that. It's unlimited earnings, so very powerful. It's kind of like a do-it-all, everything, even a non-category, non-bonus card. And third, the Triple Cash Rewards Visa. This one was a simple downgrade path that I took from the original US Bank Business Leverage Visa Signature card. That one I got for the bonus. It was, I believe, $750 at the time, which is great, but it has a $95 annual fee that kicks in. I didn't have a use for the card going forward, so I called US Bank and had them change me from the leverage down to the Triple Cash for a $0 annual fee and just maintain the account, keep it open, maintain the relationship. Discover. This one's easy to talk about. I've got two cards and they're exactly the same. One I've had for many years, one is much more recent and just turned 1 year old, but they're both the cashback version here. So Discover It Cashback Credit Card 1 and 2, another 5% card with rotating quarterly categories according to a calendar that Discover sets. Again here, showing a few sample categories from 2024. It may include restaurants, drugstores, gas, EV charging, Walmart, etc. Very useful at-home types of categories. So this card is phenomenal. I decided to get my second one due to the welcome offer called the Cashback Match, meaning however much cashback you earn for your first year, Discover then takes it and pretty much doubles it. So if you earn, in my case here, $162.70 after your first year, they'll then double that. So they gave me another $162.70. Moving now into the world of Barclays. I've got the Advantage Aviator World Elite Business MasterCard. That one I got for the welcome offer, whatever it was at the time. Also, the Advantage Aviator World Elite MasterCard. That's the personal version, but the one that is a $0 annual fee. You can obtain that one as a downgrade, as I did, originally getting the red version. That one I got for the welcome offer too. It's usually got one of the easiest offers in the entire industry with no spend requirement. Even as I was making this video, the offer is to earn 60,000 Advantage bonus miles after making your first purchase and paying the $99 annual fee in full, both within the first 90 days. That first purchase can be of any amount, even $1. That's why I say no spend requirement. And so when an offer like that is available, it's a great idea to take advantage of it if you have a use for AA miles. Then third, the Wyndham Rewards Earner Business Card. I like this one a lot for a few reasons. The main two here will be the annual bonus. I get 15,000 points each anniversary year, and then maintaining automatic diamond level benefits that also can lead to some status matches with other programs too, which I personally leveraged for a free trip to the Atlantis, Bahamas. If you haven't seen that video, it's right over here as well. Check it out after this video, because that's an example of how the Wyndham card can be so valuable for stuff like this. Goldman Sachs. As I record this video, they issue the Apple Card, and I got the Apple Card just really for familiarity to understand how it works. It's very much a digital platform first type of card, revolutionary for its time, and of course very well known by a lot of people. Tons of people had questions about it, so for me to get a hands-on experience with the card, to answer those questions, produce content that's informative and educational was valuable. But I don't use this card very regularly myself. PNC. I just have one card here right now. It's the Cash Rewards card, which is actually kind of a decent product. I'm just not using it much right now. But the reason why I have it was due to a forced product change when PNC acquired BBVA. So once that bank merger went through, I then got this card as a result of transitioning from my original BBVA Select credit card. That was a lot. Let's summarize. Here are all 53 of my currently open credit cards, minus one which I've crossed out there. That was the business gold card from American Express. And I also show the 2 green cards I got via product change, because that's what I'm sitting with right now. So of my 53 total cards, or now 52, 37 of those were on the personal side, where 16 were on the business side. For total credit limits, I have $544,351 of available lines, $395,000, $351,000 on the personal, and $149K on the business. Account ages according to my FICO score here. That will be my oldest card, 16 years, 1 month. My newest card is 1 year old, and my average across all my cards is 6 years, 3 months. Now moving over to the ages, looking through the lens of the Vantage Score 3.0 model, my oldest account there is 9 years, 11 months. Newest is still 1 year, and my average is 4 years, 11 months. The reason for that discrepancy is because the FICO score includes your cards that were closed up to 7 to 10 years based on that account's history, whereas Vantage Score does not include those closed accounts. And finally, for my annual fees, it's currently $5,916 per year. That's $51.14 on the personal and $802 on the business side. What a journey it's been over the years. Hopefully that was informative for you all to see my thoughts behind some of these cards. Of course, I couldn't go too deep without making this video hours long, but that's my portfolio as it stands today in mid-2024. And my next move will likely be some sort of downsizing as we move forward, because having so many cards open, of course, becomes, to a certain point, a burden to maintain them all and keep them all open. But whatever measures I decide to take, I will still remain committed to this channel and giving you all the best credit card information I possibly can. And of course, a big part of that is having a hands-on, real-world experience with these cards, the rewards, the benefits, the portals, and the like. Before you all go, be sure to check out the links down below in the description area to earn some more cash back when you shop online through Rakuten. You can even change your rewards preference to earn Amex membership rewards points instead of cash back if you like. To sign up for MAXREWARDS to manage multiple cards, benefits, and more all in one place. And to view my site with some great credit card offers that I've organized into different categories to help you find the ones that you like best. I'll see you all in the next one.